How's it going, everybody? Long time no see. Yes, I know it's been a while, and the topic that we're going to talk about today kind of has been talked about to death pretty much last week, and I was planning on actually making this video last week, but kind of...
Yeah, I was sick, and then I had to do a lot of, like, personal life stuff. Nothing bad. Hopefully good, but yeah, I was busy. Sorry, guys. Anyway, moving on to the video.
And I really have a lot to talk about when it comes to E3 2018. Because we got a whole bunch of games, we got a whole bunch of gameplay, releases, some disappointments. But all in all, really just a whole bunch of stuff. Now, I don't really feel like kind of going really through and through about every single conference, because that's just not my style. Whether or not they were good or bad, I don't really care. I more care about the games that they announced. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm probably going to go through games per conference, I guess, maybe? I don't know. Well, we'll see how it goes while this video continues on. So, without further ado, let's just keep on going, shall we? Alright, so first off is EA. Well, to be fair, I don't really care much about anything in EA, frankly. So, well, except for a couple of things, like Star Wars, for example. To those that stuck around with Star Wars Battlefront 2 like myself, now, I know, it was, when it first came out with a whole breathtaking amount of issues and problems and controversies and completely understandable. But, you know, they've been trying to fix it from here on out, and the game's been getting better. I've been still playing it from time to time. But what they did was actually announce another season of Clone Wars. Now, everyone's been begging for Clone Wars content. Everybody. Even myself. Now, I hate the prequels with the burning passion of 1,000 Suns, but I do like the aesthetic. I love the Clone Wars show, and who doesn't love Ewan McGregor, you know what I mean? So, of course, I definitely wanted this stuff. So, I'm glad to see that we're going to be getting another world. We are going to be getting General Grievous, Obi-Wan Kenobi, to a lesser extent, Anakin and Count Dooku. I say lesser extent because I care about the first two, not the other. Not them. Sorry. But, hey, that's cool. Also, speaking of Star Wars, there was actually another game announced, even though we got no trailer or any idea of what it looks like, but we got a title and we got a concept. So, the game is actually going to be developed by Respawn, who made Titanfall, and I love Titanfall 2, which is, so that's a plus for me. They're making a game called Star Wars Jedi Fallen Order. Apparently, the narrative actually takes place just after Episode 3, after Order 66, and you're playing one of the surviving Jedi of Order 66, so that's pretty cool and pretty neat. And we also know that it's coming out in holiday 2019, so we pretty much got everything except for what the hell this looks like. I'm looking forward to it, but I really would have liked to see something. Oh well. That's fine. Well, whatever. After that, it becomes sports and Battlefield, and I could give two shingles of a lamb's tail. But it did end with Anthem, which looks pretty rad. That's from the guys from Bioware, so if you don't know, they did Mass Effect, Old Republic, those kind of games, so they're pretty well known. And this game looks promising as all hell. You're in some sort of alternate world where everyone gets an Iron Man suit and you get to go out and do shit with your friends and stuff. So I'm pretty down for that. Yeah, I'd like an Iron Man suit. That'd be rad. And we also know that game comes out in February 2019. February 22nd, 2019. There's a lot of games that come out February 22nd, 2019, and I have a varying degree of interest in all of them. So if they all end up being good, I have a lot of money to spend that day. Shit. Anyway, moving on. After that was what? Microsoft, I think. Yeah, it was. Microsoft did pretty good. They just pretty much announced a whole ton of games and stuff. Starting off with Halo Infinite. Now, I'm not as much of an Xbox guy, so I don't really care too much about Halo Infinite or Gears of War 5 or Crackdown 3, but if you're an Xbox fan, you're into those games, they look promising, so congratulations. I hope you guys enjoy them. Cool. But other than that, they, brought in a whole bunch of other games. There was a trailer for Fallout 76. There was a trailer for... Was there a trailer for, like, Assassin's Creed in that one, or did they wait for that? I don't remember. But I know there was a trailer for Dying Light, which was pretty cool. Because I was a fan of the first Dying Light. Dying Light came out, like, pretty much around the time that I wasn't really into zombie games. Like, I kind of felt like they were milked out, and I was just getting sick and tired of them. Then Dying Light came around, and I was like, oh, shit, this is pretty good. It's actually really good. I'm having a good time. And very interestingly enough, I was also noticing that with the trailer and gameplay that they showed off, they didn't really show the zombies Like there was like teased a little bit, but for the most part, they focused on like the city, what your choices would do to said city, gameplay against people, and then just pretty much the aesthetic of 15 years after the first game. So, kudos to that. That's pretty cool. That's pretty neat. There were a lot of games, and for some reason, I'm drawing a blank. So I'm assuming with that, I just didn't really care enough. So that's whatever. Yeah. So I'm just gonna move on then. Bethesda. Bethesda had a lot of stuff. I like a lot of stuff that piqued my interest. What do you got? You got Doom Eternal that got announced. You got a new Wolfenstein game that's coming out next year. Awesome. Kill more Nazis. With also like a Wolfenstein VR, Wolfenstein. They really got into Wolfenstein, really. We got Fallout 76. More detail on that. The whole idea that it's going to be kind of an MMORPG. Not really an MMORPG. More like, I guess, Division style. Wherein it's going to be, oh yeah, wait, Division was also part of Microsoft. Anyway, we're going to talk about that in Ubisoft anyway. Yeah, so I think Division style, like, you know, there are other people playing this game, but you don't have to play with them unless, you know, you invite them, you do a matchmaking, yada, yada, yada. So it looks pretty cool, like Anthem and that kind of stuff. Like, it's the idea of, like, implementing online to these games, even though you can play them by yourself. But I'm down. I'm in. I like it. I'm always a Fallout fan. I still have yet to finish Fallout 4, so I haven't found my son, so I should probably go and do that. It's been like 3 years. But moving on, besides that, so yeah, we got that. And they also started announcing things for next gen. I'm starting to kind of realize there now that we might be looking at some games that won't be coming out until like the next gen gets released. Because didn't Xbox announced that 2020 was going to be when their new consoles are going to come out? So, yeah, that's kind of weirdly close. But, you know, when you look at the timeline, yeah, it is pretty inevitable at this point. But, yeah, so speaking of that, they announced Starlight, which is a brand new RPG that they're working on. So that I'm looking forward to, space and all that. Awesome. That's my jam, dude. That's my jam. And also, they announced Elder Scrolls 6. And it was nothing but a title and a pan shot, which was cool. And, you know, now we know they're working on it. Awesome. Great. You know, we're not going to get much more than that. And I guess we shouldn't really expect that. But, hey, looks cool. Does it? I don't know. We didn't really get anything but a title. I'm excited for it anyway. A lot of cool games. You know, Bethesda kind of rocked it this year. Really. They did a lot of cool stuff. So, awesome. Good on you guys. Now we're going to move on to Ubisoft. Yeah. So they started off with pretty much what everyone's excited about. Beyond Good and Evil 2. Which was cool. They had this extended cinematic, which, honestly, I'd honestly be down to watch a movie about this game. I mean, in a way I kind of have, because they rarely show any gameplay on it. They showed a little, teeny, tiny, little bit. Besides that, it was mostly more concepts, more of the fact that they're working on it. So again, I don't know if we're going to see this game either with this generation or the next generation. We'll see. But it looks really cool. I never played the first one, but I heard it was really good. Maybe I'll check it out. So this one definitely makes me want to, even though it's a prequel. So I don't have to, I guess, but I kind of want to. Whatever. I'm interested. I'm down. When is it gonna come out? I don't know. Half these games they haven't even put on a release date. We don't know Beyond Good and Evil, Elder Scrolls, Halo Infinite, yada yada yada. Just a whole bunch of a lot of games that they haven't announced a release date on. But that's fine. It's cool. Let me just suffer in silence. That's cool. That's fine. Great. Anyway, moving on. We got some more stuff on The Division 2, which looks promising. Yeah, it's promising. I played the first one. I've never quite finished it. I'm actually playing it right now, replaying it, and it's interesting, I guess. I think the reason why I've gone back to The Division would be the really kind of the realistic version of New York, or by that I mean like the graphics aren't like the best, but I just like all the streets I recognize and whatnot. So I thought that was pretty neat. But other than that, the gameplay is pretty shooty, cover basey, yada yada. So I don't know. Something brings me back to it. So The Division 2, also about the same thing, you know. But this time it's in Washington D.C. So cool. But now like 7 months after the first Division, and I guess the Division picked up and wasn't able to bring back order. Oh well, but somehow they still exist. But hey, why not? Looks like a cool environment at least. What else did they announce? Oh yeah, there was that pirate There was Black Flag 2, or what? I don't know. So the pirate game. I forgot what it was called. Looks pretty interesting. Again, looks like Black Flag 2. So not too much on that. It looks pretty interesting, I guess. I only mentioned it because I'll remember. I mean, I could also mention Just Dance because that's what they decided to open with, besides Beyond Good and Evil, though I don't really care enough. So, but yeah, they announced another Assassin's Creed Odyssey. So it's going to be in Greece, and it's going to. I know the first one. I know with Odyssey they really implemented a lot of RPG elements, but this one's just a major RPG, so they really overhauled it, which is pretty cool. So you get to choose between being a man or a woman, which is pretty neat. Although, like, it looks interesting. I don't know if maybe I'll pick it up, but I've kind of been off I've kind of been really off the mark for Assassin's Creed. I was a fan of when Assassin's Creed first came out, and I bought almost all of them, but after a while, I kind of just fell off, you know. So maybe I'll check it out because again, it looks pretty good, but I don't know. I haven't checked out Odyssey yet, so we'll see what happens. It looks interesting. It looks interesting. So everyone that is interested in it, cool. You know, now that you guys got something cool. But yeah, so awesome. Moving on. Sony showed up with Banjo and Church to show off some gameplay, finally, of The Last of Us Part 2. And it looks really cool, really promising. We get no release date again, because that's just going to hurt my soul. But yeah, so that was really neat. It looked really awesome and really brutal. Like, I guess the main character really is just Ellie this time. I don't know if we're going to see Joel at all, or if he's going to be something else. I don't know. There was some controversy, though, because it did arguably look pretty smooth and scripted as to whether or not we actually saw gameplay, and the game's not even going to look remotely like this, which to me kind of feels weird. I mean, I know that's always a possibility with these kind of games, but at the same time, Naughty Dog's never really had this kind of issue. Like all their games have really been like some of the best looking games out there. Like a lot of them still kind of hold up. I've recently looked at the old Uncharted. That still looks pretty good. So, you know, if Uncharted 4 and Uncharted Lost Legacy, I think the last one was, is any consolation, I don't think we're going to have a problem about how good this game's going to look. That's just me. Even if it doesn't look as good as that, I'm pretty sure it's still going to look insane. So, that's just my opinion on that. We'll see what happens. Moving on. We also got some gameplay on Ghost of Tsushima, the guys that made Infamous, so I'm hella looking forward to that. It looks beautiful, like an old school samurai movie. You know, it has that beautiful lighting and color. It looks awesome. Did we get a release date? No. Why not? Cool. Just hurt my soul, why don't you? And speaking of that, speaking of my soul, I don't know why that, interesting enough, brings into Death Stranding, which I think we got gameplay? Question mark? Maybe? It was like 8 minutes. It looks like gameplay. A lot of walking. I'm not sure. I still have more questions. In fact, I actually have more questions than I did answers. Also no release date, which I'm bummed out about. But again, I'm confused. Why was that lady eating a bug? And who's the other lady? What's with the baby? What's going? I'm so confused. Why do I want to play this so bad? Anyway, let's just move on. So to the one game that they actually showed extensive gameplay, and we know the release date, which is in a couple of months because I'm stupid excited for it, was Spider-Man. And he's facing off with the majority of the Sinister Six, which is hella. I'm super excited for that. That's going to be really cool. And that's coming out in a couple of months. And and that's kind of the extent of the PlayStation conference. So I kind of felt like that was a little light. I don't know. I'm glad with what we got, but in a way I kind of wish we got more, which is kind of weird. Moving on. Nintendo, the press thing video that they did. I'll be, again, if you saw my previous video, I don't really, again, I'm sorry, this may be sacrilegious, but I don't care too much about Nintendo. Sorry, look, I'm sorry. I'm saying they're bad, it's just, I don't have the feelings that some of these people do. You know, they're cool and all, but, you know, it's not my gig. You know, maybe I'll get a Switch, because Zelda looks pretty cool, but I don't know. But going on that, they didn't have too much, but their big, extensive thing was showing off the new Smash. Again, not really my deal, not my cup of tea, unless a friend of mine has it. Maybe I'll play it at their place. But hey, to those of you that are excited, and I know there's a good, like, millions, billions of you, Cool, look at that. We're getting that later this year. That's gonna be great. It's gonna be awesome. All you guys are gonna have fun. It's gonna be awesome. Cool. Great. Yeah, so that's pretty much my thoughts on E3. Did I miss anything? I don't know if I missed anything. I might have missed something. I don't know. There were a lot of games that showed up, and I kind of skipped on a few, even some that I had interest in because there were just so many. I just wanted to talk about the ones that were in my head. That's pretty much about it. Those are my opinions on E3. So, what do you guys think? What's your favorite game that was shown off in E3? Or what are your favorite amounts of games, your favorite press conference? Please let me know in the comments. It's good to be back. I can't wait to make more videos for you guys. And until the next one, I will catch you guys around, alright? See ya.